Hello, we're going to have a look at tissue. And to start off, we have a look at the title. And the word tissue itself refers to tissue paper, and it also refers to human tissue. So we've got a double meaning there. So, of course, I'm going to use this amazing prop. Here we have a tissue. Now, a tissue is something flimsy, can be screwed up, thrown in the bin, worthless. But tissue, or paper itself, can also be incredibly valuable. Let's think about things that are made of paper. Money, checkbooks, exam certificates, marriage certificates, Bibles, maps, all these things all made of paper. And isn't it ironic that all of these things, they're the most vital things that rule our lives, but they can also made of something that can be destroyed so easily. Tissue also lets light through. There we are, can you see? So it is very fragile, it's very breakable, but it also can have things of great importance. Human tissue. Now, I want you to have a look at the back of your hand. I want you to stroke the back of your hand. Feels very weird. And then stroke the page of your poetry anthology. And you can see the similarity in touch between the two. Also, if you have a look at the back of your hand, if you pinch the skin on the back of your hand and let go of it, yours will ping straight back because you're young. You swines. Mine, on the other hand, you see, takes a little while to ping back. That's because I am old. Yes, I know. But because I'm getting older, the skin on my hand is getting thinner. So it's getting thinner and it's more fragile. That's an important point. Hold that in your mind. Right. Paper that lets the light shine through. This is what could alter things. Paper thinned by age or touching. The kind you find in well-used books. The back of the Quran, where a hand has written in the names and histories who was born to whom, the height and weight, who died where and how, on which sepia date pages, smoothed and stroked and turned transparent with attention. If buildings were paper, I might feel their drift, see how easily they fall away on a sigh, a shift in the direction of the wind. Maps too. The sun shines through their borderlines, the marks that rivers make, roads, rail tracks, mountain folds, fine slips from grocery shops that say how much was sold and what was paid by credit card might fly our lives like paper kites. An architect could use all this, place layer over layer, luminous script over numbers over line, and never wish to build again with brick or block, but let the daylight break through capitals and monoliths, through the shapes that pride can make, find a way to trace a grand design, with living tissue, raise a structure never meant to last, of paper smoothed and stroked and thinned to be transparent, turned into your skin. Okay, so we have here an extended metaphor. Paper is fragile yet powerful. Paper and skin gets thinner as we age. But even though paper and skin both disappear and we all die eventually and paper gets blown away and ruined, is still powerful. We are still here. Right, so let's have a look. Paper that lets the light shine through. This is what could alter things. Paper thinned by age or touching, the kind you find in well-used books, the back of the Quran where a hand has written in the names and histories who was born to who. So this is because in my family, for example, we've got a Bible, a big Bible that's been passed down through the generations, and in the Bible, grandparents and great-grandparents have written in the names and the dates of who was born and when. And there's this tangible link between the past, those people who are gone, but I can still touch where their handwriting has been. And she's the same with the Quran. She touches the page, and it's almost like through the paper, she's touching the hand of her ancestors. So even though that paper is thin and fragile and breakable, it's a really powerful link between her and the past and the other humans who have written on that page. And it also shows us the importance of God and paper, our holy books. This belief that the God of whoever we believe in comes to us through these printed words. That's the power of paper too. And the next part talks about paper being a record of life, the height and weight, who died where and how, on which sepia date pages smoothed and stroked and turned transparent with attention. So again, we've got this idea of touch, of it bringing people together. If buildings were paper, I might feel their drift, see how easily they fall away on a sigh, a shift in the direction of the wind. So nothing lasts, everything is destroyed just with gentle blow of the wind. So nature can destroy anything that's made of paper. We've again got that link there. You should straight away be thinking, oh, that reminds me of Ozymandias, with the King of Kings, everything has been destroyed. We've got nothing there, but we've just got the wreckage in the desert. So possible link there. Maps too. The sun shines through their borderlines. The marks that rivers make, roads, rail tracks, mountain folds. Now nature also affects the skin. So this could be a metaphor comparing a map to somebody's face, the wrinkles, the tattoos, the scars, all those markings that time make. Find slips from grocery shops that say how much was sold and what was paid by credit card might fly our lives like paper kites. Again, this is the power of paper. Fly our lives. So these bits of paper, these receipts, this money, these credit card statements are all important. And we are like a kite on the end of a string, being buffeted back and forth by nature, by world events. But this paper and these credit card receipts keep a record of where we've been and who we are, and they are powerful. An architect could use all this. Place layer over layer, luminous script over numbers over line, and never wish to build again with brick or block, but let the daylight break through capitals and monoliths, through the shapes that pride can make, and find a way to trace a grand design. So a grand design, the word grand suggests important. So even though this is all on paper and easily destroyed, it's still powerful, it's still important. And this is the whole thread of this poem is about how human tissue and paper can be blown away. It's transient, it's not going to stay the same, but it's still important and it still has a massive impact on us. And finally, we have the repetition of this link of paper and human tissue with living tissue. Raise a structure never meant to last of paper, smoothed and stroked and thin to be transparent, turned into your skin. So these maps, this money, the buildings made of paper, all of these things are transient, they change, but they are important and they become a part of us.